Sometimes when it comes to mindset work, the biggest thing that you need to do is change your perception. Changing your perception is so powerful because it actually changes the emotion for how you feel, and it also helps rewire your belief systems. If you dread doing something, like for example, I'm about to go to the gym. Hello, Edge. When you dread going to the gym, it's because you're deterred from the discomfort. But your brain isn't thinking about all of the positives, the long-term fulfillment, how much better you're going to feel after. So the more that you keep redirecting your brain to all of the positive effects and all of the things about why you want to do it, you're going to be that much more excited to do the workout. For example, I feel some type of dread going to the gym today. We all been there, right? Because my brain is focusing on the discomfort. I don't want to feel the discomfort, and our brain tends to prioritize that. We like to stay in our comfort zone. We like to do what's familiar. Well, not we, our brain. What I need to do is shift my perception, right? I need to focus on how good I'm going to feel after and connect it to my long-term fulfillment, that it's going to be beneficial for my mindset. It's going to make me feel more energized, more motivated. It's going to help me reach my appearance goals, my physique goals. You have to change your perception so that benefits of doing it outweigh the discomfort that you feel. And when you really connect to the delayed gratification emotion, like if you really focus on, okay, I'm going to connect to how good I'm going to feel after, and you just hold on to that emotion, you're going to feel so much better going to the gym, going into your workout, and then convincing yourself too. This is the other piece, convincing yourself that it's going to be so much easier than you think, because a lot of times our brains are building things up in our mind to be harder than they are, but they're actually not as bad as we think, right? So the more that you convince yourself, almost gaslighting in a way, to be like, this is going to be so easy, this is going to go by so fast, it's going to be so much better than I thought it was, that is going to prime you to be to just clear so much resistance to doing the actual task, because now you're not perceiving it to be so hard. So it's really just like you versus you with your brain, shifting your perception and finding ways to use self-talk to clear that resistance and hype yourself up to do it. And that's really what's going to help you do the things that feel good to have done, do the long-term fulfillment type of things that help you progress towards your goals. So putting more grains on the scale that are going to tip you to getting to where you want to be, because at the end of the day, everything that we do is attached to a perception, and you have the power to change any type of perception you have at any point in time. So the power is within you to have things work out in your favor and do it in a way where you actually feel good before, after, and while you're doing it. That is a key to long-term fulfillment and long-term success, and that is also the key to mastering discipline as well. So that's what works for me, at least. All right, gonna go work out now.